Yeah, I'm back. Hi folks, happy to be here again. I've been very busy these days, crazy busy, so I didn't have time to post any video. Lately I've been working also on the control surface, so I thought I would do a video about all the new features. Very impressive, very good. So let's go to the dough. So the first thing to notice is a new layout. As you can see, I've just revamped a little bit the distribution of all the blocks. Actually, the dice is just a MIDI transform. As you can see, quite random, slight random. It's things that I've been setting up. Next topic, as you can see, the design has evolved a little bit, and now we've got several tabs for the controllers. So here for duality strings, that features also all the extensions like Virtuoso. I've got a tab for the main controls, another one for the additional controls, another one for the microphones, and it works as well with, for example, Spitfire chamber strings. Here I just got the basic and the mics. So still about the faders, as you can see now, I've got something here that allows me to trigger the lane. It's a limitation in Logic that you can have only one lane of automation in a piano roll. So the best way is to make it switchable and very easy to switch. So here I've got my controls that are updated. And it's a very, very efficient way to switch between, for example, modulation and velocity. Now also the faders here, they respond to external control. So if I move on this very neat controller, the faders, you can see that it updates in real time. So that's really nice. Another thing that you might have noticed is the layout here has changed a little bit. I've pushed the walls to make more room for libraries with a lot of articulation, just like duality strings. Of course, it's not the case for every library. If we switch to synchron strings, for example, there are less articulations. Other libraries, there are far less articulation, just like sonokinetic strings or Tokyo scoring strings. Also, still on the articulations, I have added ways to reorganize them, so there are little icons here that I can click. I can sort them by the number, which is exactly the way I've set them in the articulation settings in Logic Pro. But I can order them by name if I want to, or by the family of articulations. Once again, it comes from the articulation set in Logic. Something also I've added is the articulation selection. So if we have a closer look at the piano roll now, this is the default articulation. It's the spiccato tight. As you can see here, when I don't select a note, this is the articulation that's shown. But if I select a note now, it's switching. So I've got a legato slur, and as you can see, the control surface just follows my selection. So here I've got a couple of notes that are of different articulations. As you can see here, Logic just shows a star character and nothing is selected. But if I go back and I select a cohesive set of articulation, now it's selected by default, which is a great way to know on which articulation you're working. And if you want to change the articulation, it's still the same way. It's very simple. So let's play that. So if I want to change my saltando articulation to something like a martelé, I'm just applying that, and now I can play it again. And that's it. The last set of modifications I've made, it's a little bit funny. I've introduced some themes. So now I can switch to different themes inspired by movies. So I can have something like that, inspired by a kind of sci-fi movie that everyone knows. And I've done other inspirations. And that's it for the new features. It's a lot of work, it seems very easy, but it makes this touch control surface easier and easier to deal with, and makes me more productive. Again, this is not a product I'm going to sell, but if you want something similar, just contact me, leave me a comment below. Last thing, I'm looking for a name for this little critter, so if you come up with an idea, please also leave a comment below. And of course, you can hit subscribe, it helps me feeling less lonely in this world. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.